It's Thursday with Rob and Paul and special guests, but with no Rob and Paul or any special guests. That's right, it's just me, and we are going to break it all down. That's right, I'm going to talk about how Tom Brady tried to sue me, how the best reviews are on Letterbox, plus what is going on with Ezra Miller. Should Chris Pratt be playing Mario? A special Father's Day greeting, and of course, an interview with the one and only Darth Vader, hot off the season finale of Obi-Wan. All this and more coming up right now on Thursdays with Paul. Let's get into what's been going on here. I don't know about you, but I have been watching a little bit of this January 6th hearing that has been going on every couple days. I don't understand the schedule of it necessarily, but I've been watching this January 6th hearing, and I got to say, I don't want to get too ahead of it, but seems to me like Donald Trump might have done some stuff that was wrong. Again, I don't want to get ahead of this. I just feel like, maybe when people said, "Hey, don't do that," and then like the next day he did it. Like, I'm just saying, I gotta be impartial. But right now, it seems like Donald Trump might have done some stuff wrong. Again, I don't want to blame too much, but there's some evidence that is making me think. Like when people say, "Hey, you're lying about that," and then he's like, "Well, I don't care," or pressuring people with wow, maybe they got something on him. I don't know. It seems like there might be a case there, but we'll see. Again, I don't like to call these cases before they go out. But this is it. Again, drunk Giuliani. When is he not drunk? So I would actually say I would take advice from a drunk Giuliani over not drunk Giuliani. But again, let bygones be bygones, people. All right, so that is. But what I really want to get into is I don't know how many people out there are fathers or have fathers, or I know a lot of complicated relationships out there. I do not have a complicated relationship with my children. I hope I don't. I'm not going to rule it out. Well, that seems weird. I would like to rule it out. I would like to rule out that. Well, let me say this. At 8 years old and 5 years old, we don't have a complicated relationship. We have a loving relationship. And so much so that for Father's Day, I got 2 Father's Day cards. I'm going to put this over there. There it is. All right. And my son, my son lost a Father's Day card and then had to remake it. But what I love about this is that he's made the same mistake. People are already seeing it. The card says fatter. Happy Father's Day. So right there, you can see right there, it says happy and then FAT, and then that's crossed out, then fathers, and then day. Now that looks like, okay, well, he made a mistake. He made a mistake. That's fine. Kids make mistakes. He's only in 2nd grade. But then he did it again and made the same exact mistake. He made the same. I mean, this is the crime of the century with my kid is the continuing the words down. Like if you look right here, Father's Day is coming up, and it's like, okay. Oh, we ran out of space. Get down here. Get down here. There it is. There's the R. There's the S. But he did spell fathers wrong twice. I think he's just having trouble with his bubble T's. And so I'll show you the inside of both of these. I got this. It says, this is things that he likes about my dad. That's me. And so you can see here again, the very different drawings. That's 1.0. That's 2.0. Same thing. Now, did the answers change? All right. So here we go. Let's break it all down. This one I like just because it says it's data time. But I'm gonna break it down because these are great. My favorite memory of my dad is, and now my son does anything to avoid writing full sentences. So the first question again, my favorite memory of my dad is, his birthday. What does that mean? His favorite memory is my birthday? Okay. No detail needed. And I thought, well, maybe he just was kind of cheating. But no, on this one, same thing. his birthday. I can't even remember what we did on my birthday. I don't think we did anything even that spectacular. I think I might have left the house and been like, let me have a day to myself. Okay. And then he goes, this is my dad's favorite thing to eat. And it's an ice cream cone, which I don't think I've ever eaten an ice cream cone in front of my son. I've never talked about ice cream cones. I mean, I'm not against an ice cream cone. I would say it's not one of the things that has much familiarity watching me eat. So I'm starting to understand, like, does my child understand me? And this is where I get some answers to that. How old is my dad? Well, he got this one 100% right. My dad is 20 years old. Now that's version 2.0. Version 1, my dad is 22. So I like that. And then okay, this is this one is a little bit like, again, my son not really wanting to write sentences down a lot. So he writes this, my dad's pockets are full of, like, Molly, if just, I'm going to ask you this question. Like, this is a moment. Well, I mean, like, if you go like, oh, my dad's pockets are full of, and you, or again, like, if you're answering that question, like, somebody that you're like, you're going to say, oh, there's something interesting in that pocket. Like, what are your pockets full of? What would you change?
Change pennies. Yeah.
Pennies. Okay, got it. Well, my son wrote, my dad's pockets. Son wrote, my dad's pockets are full of love. I love the idea of it. I mean, I'm open to the idea that I'm carrying around pockets full of love. I don't know. And then this is the question that really really got me. It was this. It was okay. This makes my dad laugh. Mom's excited to see what, like, a lot of things make me laugh. And he writes this. I need to get my yum-yums in my tum-tums. Something I've never heard in my life. I don't know who my son's father is. Based on this thing, he is a 22-year-old man who carries around love in his pockets. He's eating ice cream cones. And he says, I need to get yum-yums in my tum-tums. This is somebody that you don't want to put near a child. This is a person who drives a van around town and is giving out treats. I do not like this. I don't like this version of me. Should not be met. I feel I'm worried about this version of me. But my son is wonderful, and I did love that. Even though he lost one, I got two. So I have two Father's Day cards sitting here with some of the same mistakes and some of the good stuff there. But that was my Father's Day. My Father's Day was actually really fun. Again, we didn't do much, but we had a great time. The thing I really want to get into, though, is this other thing. I don't know if you've been familiar with this at all. Have you all been? Well, you know what? I've been a part of a legal controversy, and this is something I haven't really talked about on air, and it got pretty hairy this week. So Tom Brady threatened legal action against me and the Unspooled podcast. That's right. Tom Brady, NFL quarterback. Is he retired? Is he not? Tom Brady threatened to sue me. And it's all over the stupidest, the dumbest thing of all time. Get ready for it. When we were watching Porco Rosso, Miyazaki, when we were watching Porco Rosso, a Miyazaki movie on Unspooled, we were talking about this idea that sometimes Miyazaki will retire, then he comes out of retirement. He's sort of never quite happy. And I said, well, Miyazaki is the Tom Brady of the animation world, to which we promptly made a shirt. And there it is. So there is the shirt that we made, and we started selling it on TeePublic. I love this design. It's amazing. It's so like, what does this mean? One of the things I love about the shirts that we create for How Did This Get Made and Unspooled is they are so like, you can't decipher what is happening based on a shirt. They're not like, how did this get made? The shirt. It is things like this for Unspooled. And we have a Charlton Heston done in like an Art Deco style. It's like, I love lepers. But anyway, this is the shirt that we were selling. And all of a sudden, I get this phone call. Tom Brady has given us an injunction. We cannot sell this shirt. If we continue to sell this shirt, we will be sued. And we're like, well, why? And apparently, this motherfucker has trademarked his own name. Tom Brady has trademarked his own name. So you can't sell anything with the words Tom Brady on it. Even if it's this, that's not Tom Brady. It doesn't have anything to do with Tom Brady ultimately. You can't say the word Tom Brady. And this is what we decided we would do. We were like, well, how can we get around this? So we made this. Okay, check it out. Miyazaki is the Brady of the animation world. So we can say that. We can say that Miyazaki is the Brady of the animation world, but we can't say Miyazaki is the Tom Brady of the animation world. I mean, this is one of the craziest things I've ever experienced. And I have to say that all I want to do now is create a ton of Tom Brady art. I just want to keep these lawyers writing these letters, keeping these injunctions going. Tom Brady is trying to shut down podcasts that are making dumb merch on TeePublic. And you know what? If podcasts can't make dumb merch, why are we even doing the show, Tom? You already got that money. You got that loan for whatever supplement company you got or whatever you're doing over there. You don't need to stop a classic shirt that Miyazaki fans kind of hate. And I love that too. So there he goes. So you can never see the Tom Brady is the Miyazaki. Oh, look at there. There we go. AFI AF. That's one of our old. Yeah, that was one of our first ones. AFI as AF. I like that Brady's got that in a dog size.
Oh, yeah. It's actually toddler size. So it doesn't fit quite like a dog shirt.
Got it.
It's a thing.
I love it. By the way, this is actually really important. This is brought up by Phantom Bry. Went to a petting zoo last week, and all the goats have been sued as well. Now, look, you can't just sue goats for greatest of all time. But if you named like a goat Michael Jordan, and you said, I met the GOAT, Michael Jordan, he could probably see it. I don't think it's such a wild thing. I guess there must be so much merchandise for Tom Brady that he could trademark his name. I looked into like what you would need to trademark your own name, but I guess we're profiting on him. But are we? I don't know. The poll is up right now. You can vote on it. What you want to see later in the show. I will show you 2 unwatched videos. Either me at Universal Studios in the Star Trek ride. I also have the Dick Tracy show, but I think the Star Trek one will be better. Or me in a thing called Video Mondo, which is a lot more of me like making weird short films from the screen grabs. It looks like I'm acting out Beverly Hills Cop in one of those. But I will welcome Tom Brady to come on Unspooled at any point to talk about his top 3 films. We'll get into all that. Also, I think that there is, Molly, if you could take a look at the slideshow, I think that there's some overlapping that's weird. But if you take a look at that real quick, I'm going to talk about some movies to watch this weekend. But before I get into that, I got to say that I'm just going to set this up a little bit here. I have been kind of slightly paying attention to what Ezra Miller has been doing. It's been a journey, right? I think the first time I remember seeing Ezra was in The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I was like, I like this. I like this this person. I think that this is a good performer. And then Ezra pops up as the Flash. Ezra's popping up all over the place, dresses really interestingly. And then I saw this video. So Ezra releases this video that was truly bizarre. And we're going to break down everything because I need to figure out what the hell is happening to Ezra Miller. All right, so let's take a thing here. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to get this going. Okay. Share my sound. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So the first time I kind of get an inkling that Ezra is a little bit more interesting than I thought was this video. And let's take a look here.
This is a message for the Beulahville chapter of the North Carolina Ku Klux Klan.
Ezra Miller posted a
hold on.
cryptic video to social media, seemingly.
Wait, I want to play the.
Prompted the video.
Oh, I hate this. Forget this. Hold on. I gotta get the real deal in here. Sorry, that's my fault. I didn't watch the whole thing. It's so hard to find things online. Here, hold on, Molly. I'm gonna find it here. I'm gonna get this. Look like it was the whole thing, you know. Oh, you got it. Okay, great. Here, check it out.
Otherwise, keep doing exactly what you're doing right now, and you know what I'm talking about. And then, we'll do it for you if that's really what you want.
Along with the video, Miller posted.
We got to get the real video. Hold on, I'm gonna get the real video. We'll pull this out for 1 second. I'm gonna get the real video. People are wondering, what do you know Ezra from? He's the Flash. He's in the Harry Potter movies that are the least successful versions, the new prequel bullshit. They are in Perks of the Wallflower. They have also been in some other stuff. All right, but let me find this video. I'm just gonna try to find this. Okay, I think. Okay, this might be it. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, I got it. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, I got it. You know, little technical glitches every now and then. All right, let me see if I can blow this up a little bit bigger. I can't. All right, let's just do it like this. Okay.
This is Ezra Miller, aka the Bengal Ghouls, the Mad Goose Wizard. And this is a message for the Beulahville chapter of the North Carolina Ku Klux Klan. Hello, first of all, how are y'all doing? It's me. Look, if y'all want to die, I suggest just killing yourselves with your own guns. Okay? Otherwise, keep doing exactly what you're doing right now, and you know what I'm talking about. And then, we'll do it for you if that's really what you want. Okay. Talk to you soon, okay? Bye.
Okay. Okay, so that's Ezra threatening the Ku Klux Klan. And the first time I saw that, I was like, weird, but seemed like it was well-intentioned. You know what? If you're sending out a threat to the Ku Klux Klan, maybe that is, whatever could have prompted him to be threatening an entire chapter of the Ku Klux Klan. I was curious about. I'm curious about the Mad Goose Wizard. I don't know what that means. The Bengal Ghouls. Don't know what that was. I didn't know if that was something from the Justice League. So at that point, it was like, okay, they are somebody who is a little bit, unique, different, threatening the Ku Klux Klan. This is in the middle of, the last summer or 2 summers ago where, I feel like tensions were very high, and I feel like he was getting out there and doing his part by threatening the Ku Klux Klan. So that was where I first kind of got an inkling about Ezra. And then this stuff in Hawaii happens, and I don't necessarily understand what's going on in Hawaii. So I did some more research today, and this is what I found out about Ezra right here. Okay, so during his Hawaiian visit, the actor was arrested twice, and 10 calls were placed to local police regarding their behavior. The first arrest stemmed from a disorderly conduct charge where Miller was set off by a couple at karaoke, okay, singing Shallow from A Star Is Born. Okay, so he got so mad that someone was singing Shallow, a movie he's not in, that he was so activated that I always thought that I know I'm catching it. I always thought that they were just, maybe they started a fight, some sort of issue in the bar. But no, it wasn't just about the karaoke bar. They did something even wilder. Later that night, Miller entered the couple's bedroom and threatened them, said, "I will burn you and your slut wife," and then stole a passport and wallet from this couple that was singing "Shallow" in a karaoke bar. Now, this is wild. Beyond my wildest dreams. Is like, he broke into their room. Ezra, where you found out where these people lived, and maybe it was a hotel, I don't know, but breaking and entering and then stealing a passport, but just breaking and entering, like, what? How bad? Now, I'm not a great karaoke singer, but how bad could have their "Shallow" could have been to? Hey, I've never stolen anyone's passport because they sang "Shallow." So anyway, that's the first incident that is, pretty interesting about them. Now, in that same trip, this is what happens next. All right. Next thing is this. And I feel like people don't know this because I didn't really even know all this stuff. So then Ezra was arrested again for allegedly throwing a chair at a 26-year-old woman upon being asked to leave a private home, leaving the woman with a half-inch cut on her forehead. Wow. Again, in a house, they are throwing chairs. Don't know what the issue was. But this shit is a little bit darker than I thought. And that's, I didn't go deeper. I just knew that they had some issues with the law in Hawaii. And then this story comes out today. And this story is wild, okay? Guns, bullets, and weed. Ezra Miller housing 3 young children and their mother at a Vermont farm. Now, if you've been following any Ezra gossip or anything, this young woman that he is with, that they are with, has been taken from her family, and the family has filed some sort of restraining order, like, give us back our daughter, but they can't find Ezra. So it's been kind of hard to serve him up with all this sort of stuff. So here we go. So now this is what is actually happening at the farm. Let's go back in here. The mother says she is still living at Miller's farm with her children. 2 sources confirm seeing the children there, and their mother described it as a chaotic environment that is unsafe for children. Video footage from April, reviewed by Rolling Stone, appears to show 8 assault rifles, weapons, and handguns lying around the living room, with some weapons propped up next to a pile of stuffed animals. There have been frequent and heavy marijuana use in front of the children, with little concern about proper ventilation. There's also a cannabis farm on this property, and that they are running a cannabis company called Rebel Alliance Cannabis. Technically, they don't have a legal license to run a cannabis farm. Now, one of the details in the article that was kind of shocking was they had caught one of the children with a bullet in their mouth. And I'm like, what is going on with Ezra Miller? I didn't know if anyone knew this. I guess my question is, it has to be bad, because the only way that Ezra has responded to any of these rumors is through some now deleted Instagram story posts that were like weird ass poetry. And that, to me, there is something there. So does anyone here in the chat have anything they want to add to this? Because right now, Meigs, I think, has something here. What is Meigs saying here? And then, this is a very true. Why can't we find Ezra to serve him papers, right? What's going on with Ezra that we can't get to him, that he's got these children and assault rifles out there? And so this idea has just, I guess I just have been, I don't know if I have a joke to this. I'm just kind of talking it through because I'm truly like like I need to know more. I need to know more. And I gotta figure out what is going on. The fact that they threatened a very specific chapter of the KKK. What's going on with that? Who is a Mad Goose Wizard? Do we know anything about the Mad Goose Wizard? Do we know anything about this other organization? But this truly is like iconoclasm, right? This is truly we're spiraling to surrealism. I mean, that is it. All right, so wait. Okay, so Mad Goose Wizard is a title in the KKK. That's what we're understanding. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, so that is, again, I'm trying to bring you the best of celebrity dirt as much as I can kind of muster what it's about. I got to understand what these stories are about. Sometimes I don't know. All right. Yes, I'm pretty certain that this person has a health issue as well. But it seems like this person has kidnapped a young woman and her children. Both parents who don't even get along have filed petitions to get their daughter back, to the island. This person has taken their daughter off of the island. There is an illegal cannabis farm, which is clearly mentioned here as being something they don't have permits for, but yet no one is entering the property. And we are having a fight between the KKK and Ezra. And at the end of the day, no one is talking about deleting this person from the Flash movie because I don't know how you could release a movie with Ezra in this movie if there is, I mean, how could you can't release it. Like I've read some article from Warner Brothers, like, well, we're hoping that this will all move past this by the time the Flash is released. But how can you move past the fact that he is in this situation? This is a real weird one right here. Yes, we should replace Ezra with Tig Notaro, just like kind of swap them in. I mean, now look, the thing I'm really upset about is we would be missing out. I mean, we got to get that Michael Keaton performance. Can you just take the Flash out of the Flash and make it a Michael Keaton Batman movie? I'd be into that. Okay. Oh, wait a second. We got some more new information here. Okay. So the couple whose room Ezra broke into were not the people he assaulted at the bar. They were a couple on vacation that he was friends with, who had met at the farmer's market, who had bailed him out. So he was arrested for the shallow thing, then came back, and the people who bailed him out, he broke into their room. Oh my God. I don't want to bring us down another wormhole, although I do. I have some other things that I need to, like, are we living in hell? But I think, well, we'll bring it back. And I'll say this. People, we love the movies. We love seeing movies. We like knowing what's out there. And a couple of weeks ago, I found a source that is going to tell me everything I need to know, whether I should see a movie or not see a film. And that is the reviews on Letterbox. The reviews on Letterbox are absolutely my favorite. And right now we're going to take a look at some of Letterbox's reviews for the top movie. So if you are thinking this weekend you might want to go and see a movie, well, let me help you figure it all out. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, people of Earth, these are Letterbox reviews. First movie up is Spiderhead. I don't know if you've heard of Spiderhead. Spiderhead is a new Chris Hemsworth film with Miles Teller. It's directed by Joseph Kosinski, who directed Top Gun Maverick. It just came out on Netflix, and the review here is extremely simple. It just says, "Severance for Dummies." All right, gives me everything I need to know. That is from Andrea, and then we'll move on to our next one here. Our next one is for Jurassic Park Dominion. Now, obviously, Jurassic Park Dominion has been incredibly picked apart. Some people love it, some people hate it. We talked about it last week with James III, but this review I thought was a different kind of take on Jurassic Park Dominion, and it was simply this. Oh, hold on, okay. It is this. Jump scare every time someone with a British accent spoke, and I say that as a Brit. So this person was legit scared by the British accents, not the Gigantosaurus, which I believe is a dinosaur in this movie, the Gigantosaurus. It sounds even stupid to say it out loud. But the most scary thing in Jurassic Park Dominion are the British accents. All right, now let's get to a movie that everyone seems to love. Top Gun Maverick. Oh my gosh. Top Gun Maverick has elicited many responses across the board, primarily a lot of love. But these reviews, and I picked two of them, were quite fun. This one is a 4.5-star review, so pretty high up. And this one just simply says, "Fuck the enemies. All my homies hate the enemy." 4-star review. Yeah, because it's true. There is no name. They don't label the enemy in Top Gun. It's just the enemy. We hate the enemy. We like the good guys. And then I found this reviewer, Jaybird. Jaybird, I thought I made through the whole section of Jaybird's reviews because Jaybird's reviews are rhyming reviews. And these reviews are amazing. So check out Jaybird's review for Top Gun Maverick. Tom just loves to go cruising, and he really doesn't like losing. If forced to teach or play at the beach, it's obvious which one he's choosing. 4 stars. Yes, more reviews like that. This is kind of like Second Opinions, but it's different. It's wildly different opinions. This movie, I'm going to skip the first part of this review because I didn't know how to edit it properly, but there's a brand new Father of the Bride movie on HBO Max. If you're wondering whether or not to see it, there might be some warnings for you. And I'm so happy that Allison M got into it with the right warnings. She simply stated, "Vegan alert. Adam's stepmom is allergic to shrimp. 100 pounds of carne asada and a whole dead pig are pictured. So if you are a vegan, you might be triggered by Father of the Bride." And that's a 3-star review. So this movie is maybe heavy on love, but not really giving you the choices, the plant-based protein choices. A whole dead pig. People ask me here, do I ever think about Top Groom on the League? I did think a lot about Top Groom on the League when Top Gun Maverick came out. If you don't know about Top Groom on the League, my character, Andre on the League, got married to Jayma Mays, who is just, I think, one of the funniest people. She was on Glee, and she was on a great trial show, like a funny trial show that was on NBC for a bit, but has been in a bunch of really great stuff. She played my girlfriend, fiance, and I guess we never truly got married. We just had the engagement party, and the whole theme was a Top Gun wedding, which was great. But we didn't actually ever we posed for pictures like that, but we didn't ever embrace it more than that outside of that. And when you do things like that on a show, sometimes they don't even use your body. Like somebody pulls you into a corner up against a scrim, they take a shot, and then like 3 weeks later, they have this amazing thing. And the artwork on that is amazing. I can find some, I posted up there. All right. Okay. And then people want to know, do you want to do a watch along and a Q&A about the League? I'll gladly answer any questions about the League. I don't know if we need to do a watch along and a Q&A. Might be overkill. All right. There's an episode about us finding a goose. That's not an episode of the League, is it? Can't be. All right. Anyway, back to my goose. Right. You're right. Yes. Andre had to find his goose, his wingman for the wedding, his number 2, and it became I believe Taco. And then I'll tell you this. I loved doing the League. League was one of the most fun shows, and I loved that relationship that I had with Jayma on the show because she was equally as weird as Andre. And whenever Andre had these relationships, it was always fun because it just showed like another side of the humanity of Andre. Leslie Bibb and I eventually got married. I don't know. We had a kid, right? Or she had pregnant, whatever. Leslie Bibb and I eventually got together, and that was actually Mark Duplass's Pete's ex-wife. And it was always fun for me to play these scenes that people actually liked Andre, just because it was something different to play. But one of the craziest things was I was so excited that Jim was on the show. We had so much fun on the show together. She was a great improviser. And then unbeknownst to me, I thought, oh, this could be interesting. We're going to have Andre get married and get him off. And maybe that will be like the next couple of seasons about them having a relationship and kids and everything like that. But I blinded her with semen. There was some that she was allergic to semen. And I guess I jerked off into a towel. She used that towel to wipe her eyes, kind of like a Something About Mary, but different. And then she had an allergic reaction. And the last time we saw her, it was so stark. She was being taken away in an ambulance. And basically it was like, I don't love you. Goodbye. And for no real reason, I didn't cheat on her. I didn't do anything bad. I masturbated into a towel, and then she used that towel. And then our entire relationship, our apartment, our time together was all null and void. And I always joked on set. I was like, after we finished the take, I was like, and this is where I would take out the knife and slit my throat. Because why live anymore? This guy's life was just pummeled into the ground. But then he found Megan, and he was happy again. But it was such a bummer, just from an acting standpoint, to work with somebody and get to do the storylines, which I've always wanted to do, just because it expanded the show a little bit. Okay, poll is still going on for what home video you want to watch here. My wife and I thought all the writers didn't want Andre to be happy. That's an interesting point by Portable Jeff. I think if I got married, in the grand scheme of the show, if my character got married, it would upset the dynamic, because Taco was like the single guy who was out and about, and his single life was the quote unquote like male fantasy of just going out, meeting these people. Everyone loved Taco. And then you had Kevin, who was in like the perfect relationship, so that was, again, something you would idolize. Oh my gosh, I wish my partner was like these two. Then Nick's character Ruxin was in a relationship that was very complicated. Did they love each other? Did they not love each other? Why were they together? And then Pete was like the divorcee who I think never really tried. So to have Andre as a single person in that world who was trying and failing allowed there to be more story points. And yes, they would always grind me down. But also, I was one of the writers of the show. I wrote episodes pretty much every single year, and it was fun. It was fun to drive that character into the ground. But there were certain points where, like, well, I think at this point I would just kill myself because there's nothing worth living for. Not that that's the only way out, people. I'm just saying that was there, and I know I'm not trying to say that. We'll edit this out. But anyway, here we go. Our final review from Letterbox is of the movie Lightyear. And bear with me, it's a long one, but it's a great one. I had the same question. It's a 3-star review. It's not a negative review. There's a lot of hate going around about Lightyear. I like Lightyear. But here's a review for Lightyear. This is the real movie about the fake story of the movie that's real in the Toy Story universe that came out in the 70s in the Toy Story universe, but in 2022 in real universe, that inspired a show called Buzz Lightyear and Star Command that is real in the Toy Story universe and the real universe, that is inspired by the movie in the Toy Story universe, but actually came before the Lightyear movie in the real universe and was inspired by Toy Story, which is a real movie in this universe, but not a movie in the Toy Story universe, but is in real life. That show was what the fake Andy watched, and that was the inspiration for the toy that's based on the spin-off show of Lightyear in the Toy Story universe, but a spin-off for Lightyear in this universe are based on the movie that's a spin-off of the Toy Story universe that are real in the Lightyear fictional movie universe that is a show spin-off that isn't actually a spin-off of it and retcons the storylines from it, but still maintains that it exists in the Toy Story universe and serves as a basis for the toy in the Toy Story universe that is the basis for the Lightyear movie and the show. Got it? And I will say that is a very astute reading of the movie. It does make sense. Everything in that review from Kylo Ren makes absolute sense and is great. And you need to have like a graph to show you everything. But that is correct as far as what I can tell. But I don't want to read it again, but you can go and find Kylo Ren and follow Kylo Ren on Letterbox. I'm also on Letterbox. People, if you know anybody in New Orleans, we are going to be in New Orleans doing How Did This Get Made coming up in August. August 12th is our first show. I believe it's going to be our 300th show, our live show. not our 300th live show, but our 300th show, and it will actually be a live show. And that is going to be in New Orleans. We also are going to be in Dallas and Houston and Indianapolis, Detroit, Ohio, and Chicago. I will say that, Houston and Indiana, come on out. We need you out there. We want to see you. Every show is completely different. Every show is completely unique. We have this amazing ability to do a longer show that we'll edit pieces out of. You'll get a one-of-a-kind experience. Plus, you get to be a part of the show. So that is my plugs for How Did This Get Made's tour. The world tour will be coming up as soon as our kids are a little bit older. All right, so we've talked about January 6th. We've talked about Ezra Miller. And now I think we need to talk about something equally important, a big deal. This is a big deal. A lot of pop culture this week. And it's the only way I can live in this world, because I feel like all the real stuff is too depressing. And I got something depressing coming up, but maybe I'll ask Molly if we should even play that. But here we go. I want to talk about something that has been really mind-boggling to me. And that is, hold on, I'm going to cue it all up here. Let me make sure I get all my stuff. Okay. I want to talk about this issue with Mario. Okay. Mario from Super Mario Brothers. There has been, I don't know if you've been following this discourse, but people are angry that Chris Pratt is playing Mario. That's right. People are like, how could you cast Chris Pratt as Mario? This is our Italian icon. This is who we all love. We love Chris Pratt. People are like, we love Mario. You cannot put a non-Italian performer as the voice of Mario. And this, to me, is so goddamn confounding, because Mario is not first of all, not a real person. I would argue that that everyone who's ever voiced Mario has not been Italian. The first person to voice Mario, this guy, Peter Cullen, Canadian actor, Transformers guy. All right, next person, Bob Hoskins, British guy. All right, the only thing that we get from the interpretations of Mario are grossly weird. They're like, oh, I'm a Mario. Hey, everybody, eat the pasta. This is we're reacting as if Mario is some sort of beloved arc. Well, how could we ever sully the beautiful idea of Mario by putting a non-Italian there? This is the most stereotyped character I've ever seen in my life. I don't think they were looking for verisimilitude in our Mario performances, because if we were, the only true Italian who has ever played Mario is the great Captain Lou Albano. I want to show you the beautiful way that they portray Mario here. So let's take a look. This is here we go.
Is going to be here any minute. Could you give me a little hand here, Mario? Yeah. What's the matter, Luigi? What's the matter? Hey, look, the Roddy Piper, that mean wrestler, he left his bagpipes here for me to fix them. I can't find them anywhere.
Yeah, you meatball, we're plumbers. We don't fix bagpipes.
Yeah, I know that, and you know that, but I wasn't going to tell Roddy Piper that. What am I going to do?
Yeah, back to the rock him a little bit. Relax, while I get the door.
All right, so are we saying that this we can't sully this level of performance here? That's not Neil Flynn. I think that is Joe Flaherty. By the way, I do also love that they're on a multicam set to be in this thing, and these are little small interstitials, and they would go off to Pasta Land. That literally is where they go in one of the episodes, Pasta Land, and they're exactly. So when we're talking about this idea, oh, how dare they cast Chris Pratt as Mario? I'm going to say it like this, and no offense, Mario is not an iconic character. It was created by this gentleman here, Shigeru Miyamoto. This is. I would also say it was created as a stereotype, and because it's funny. And now, why are we so caught up? And maybe it's just an anti-Pratt thing. I don't know. But I'm going to say, give Pratt a break. If you look at everybody else, Pratt doesn't deserve all this hate. Mario has never been done the right way. No one's looking for an authentic Italian portrayal of Mario. We're not going to And by the way, what would that be? Would we really want to ground Mario as like, oh, we need to understand his authentic roots? Anyway, I understand that people have their own issues about casting people they don't like, but let's not pretend that Mario is some vaulted character here. It's not like like we're casting I'm not even gonna make it. We're good. Every example I think of that, it doesn't sound good. It's a hot take. Chris Pratt should be Mario. Anyone should be Mario. Anyone can be Mario. If Mario has been played by a Canadian and a Brit, they can be played by an American because it was created as a stereotype. Is that what I should really be? Is that the takeaway? If it was created as a stereotype, why are we worried about it? Anyway, I think it's going to be. I think that Mario movie is actually going to be pretty great, as a matter of fact. So mark my words. We'll come back here when the Mario movie comes out. It's Chris Pratt as Mario. It's Ezra Miller as Luigi. It's going to be great. It's going to be fine. Now, we do have a special guest coming up in just a second. We have Darth Vader from the TV show Obi-Wan is going to be joining us in just a little bit. But before that, I want to make sure that people know that you can vote on what DVD you'd like to watch. That is me and Dick Tracy, me and Star Wars, but I'm just going to say me and Star Trek, and me doing Video Mondos. Molly, how is the poll looking right now?
Okay, the poll is continuing, and vastly in the lead is Video Mondo with
Video Mondo
7%.
Okay, Video Mondo coming in. Video Mondo coming in. That's going to be interesting. Maybe I'll have people pick the chapter that they want to watch because there's a lot on Video Mondo. You can see the girlfriend I had in 6th grade. I had a 6th grade girlfriend. Let's see. All right. Yes, Gabrus would play. Are you upset about this Mario casting? Do you care about this Mario casting? Is it just internet hubbub?
It is hubbub. It is. We're going to complain about anything for any reason.
Sure.
I made a joke in the chat, which is, I said, as a quarter Italian, I'm a quarter offended.
I'm Italian. By the way, I'm Italian. I have my whole mom's side of the family. We're from Bari. I get it. I'm Italian. Yes. That's why I can talk about this. I can talk about this Mario debacle because I got some connection there.
But how do we know that Chris Pratt isn't Italian? Because Italians look like a lot of different things.
We need to get him tested. Get Chris Pratt tested. Get that DNA in me or whatever it is. We'll find out if anyone in his family ever murdered anyone and if he can play this character. I'm down for it. Molly, has the show been too depressing? Have I talked about too many depressing issues?
Yeah. No, listen, there's just a lot of depressing issues out there in the world going on. So I think that this is reflecting Birdie's new shirt. She's wearing a denim vest with an attached hoodie.
Pep Parade is coming up.
What's that?
And then Pep Parade's coming up, and Molly is laying down the looks that everyone's gonna have to compete with, and we'll have that Pep Parade in a little bit. But I'm gonna say that I know it's tricky. Father's Day, Letterbox, some light stuff. Ezra wasn't like a hot take. It wasn't like making fun, but it is interesting. It is interesting. Maybe what we need is a little break to explain this thing that everyone's been obsessed with. Have you been obsessed with this DALL-E? Like this AI generating images. You just put in a prompt and you can get anything from it.
It's wild. It makes me feel slightly sick, but also slightly high. I love it, and I also hate it. I can't get enough, and I never want to see it again. Much like Chris Pratt, I never want to see him again.
Wow, hot take from Molly. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I work with Chris Pratt. I like Chris. Lovely guy. But I will say, but more about that. Talented guy, right? He has to be.
Is he an Italian guy?
Oh, Italian. From what I understood, I told Chris, I said, Chris, I am anointing you an honorary Italian. I think I can do that. A lot, the way the Queen can knight somebody. Because I am an Italian, I can give that to somebody else. I'll ask you this. I will never be able to put this up online because my mom will have a total shit fit. But my mom, in the complex my mom lives in, she has a pool, right? And so she wanted to invite us to enjoy the pool, have a little pool party. And And, we're talking about what we should bring. And we're going to go over there around like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, very chill, relaxed. And again, we have a 5-year-old, we have an 8-year-old. We're at essentially a public pool. It's private to the community, but it's,
Right.
it's not like
tenants there.
Exactly. And so my mom says, well, great. I'll make deviled eggs. I'll bring some deviled eggs. And maybe we can cook a London broil down there and some shrimp cocktail. And I said, Mom, what do you mean a London broil? Now, by the way, if you look at a London broil, if you can Google a picture of a London broil, and then, oh, wait, what is this? I'm getting government pants is coming down on me.
What's coming down on you?
Somebody's coming down on me over here. I'm not gonna. I won't dig into it because I feel like it's not necessarily worthy of doing it, because it seems like that person missed the joke of what we were talking about. But so I said to my mom, I was like, Mom, deviled eggs in the heat, like that's not something that travels. Like no one wants to eat a deviled egg poolside. And this London broil is not like it's not like a barbecue thing. Pull up that London broil. Like London broil, from what I understand, is supposed to be in a broiler at in like an oven, and it looks so like 1950s. Like
the whole menu is very barf.
Yeah, and I know, and I was talking to my mom, and she's like, everyone likes London broil. Now, first of all, we're pretty much a family of pescatarians, so no one is going to be chowing down on that London broil. And the fact that my mom was like, I want, like, I said, we're like, but for who? And she's like, well, I'll have it. A whole London broil, and
London broil.
And I can't, and sometimes I can't go hard on my mom. I just had to say, please let me take care of it. Let me take care of it. And then my mom's like, okay, well then I'll bring the red wine.
Okay.
And I was like, so, but again, hanging out by the pool, do you want a glass of red wine? I mean, red wine, deviled eggs, London broil, and shrimp cocktail. It's a heat wave going on out here. And I'm like, oh my God. Like it makes me like that meal feels like some sort of a punishment, like some sort of we have our guest is in the green room. Sadly, and this is the issue that I was saying to June, is I have to just quickly help out with my kids for 1 second.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is, if you could take me out, and you maybe even can interview our guest. Our guest, like I said, the star of the brand new Obi-Wan show. Well, that's our next guest is the star of the Obi-Wan Disney Plus show. You've seen him in movies like Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Rogue One. You've also seen him in Star Wars Rebels. That's some of his voiceover work. You've also heard his voice in Star Wars The Clone Wars. He is someone that has multiple books written about them. So many stories being told. But Molly, if you could help interview Darth Vader, the star of all these great things, while I just help out with my kids. And in the chat, we're going to open up to you in there as well. All right, so I'll be right back. So if you pop me.
Okay, chat, I'm going to need your help. Yeah, Dave McDougall says the guest that Molly was born to interview. Okay, if anyone saw the sleepover show, I dropped a big bomb, which is I have not seen a Star Wars. And since between Tuesday and now, I still have not seen any Star Wars. So I need everyone in the chat to help me out. Put your questions for Darth, and we're going to make it look really good. Like I'm actually asking these questions. So like really good questions. Please, 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 please. I need this job. Thank you. Okay, anyone got questions for Darth? He's in the green room. I'm going to add him shortly, but I need to see some questions for Darth Vader. Oh, Better Off Ted. I love this question. Okay, here's Darth, adding Darth. Welcome.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I don't normally do these things, so I have I'm always I have a problem with the muting and everything.
Yeah.
But you can hear me. We can hear
you fine.
All right. Oh my gosh, big fan.
I'm really sorry. I'm sorry that Paul and Rob couldn't be here. They're doing dad stuff, but that's okay. You have a big Star Wars.
But there is no videos or anything, like no introduction.
Now it's time for a little chat with Darth Vader. He's Darth Vader. Telling stories from the set. having a good time. It's Vader. Vader.
Oh yeah, that was good. I like that. That was a good intro. That was a good intro. I'll take that.
Thank you. May I call you Darth or?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, Darth.
this is a lot of fun for me. It's been great to see the responses online to everything. I've had a great time.
Darth, how was your experience?
What's your favorite Star Wars?
The first one.
Classic. But I gotta tell you, when we did that, I was oh my god, I was young, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, I wanted to do more serious stuff. Obviously, came out of the Royal Shakespeare Academy. I just done Macbeth, and we were doing some interesting stuff. And when I got that call, I was like, space opera. What is this? But we had a lot of fun. And I mean, look at me. I mean, now
You're an icon.
I got some stuff. Anyway, it's a lot of fun, but I'm excited to chat with everybody here. It's gonna be great.
Oh. Darth, in the chat, we have some fans that are asking questions. The first one up is, how was your Father's Day?
This is the thing. When you are constantly shown as being a bad dad, I think a lot of people assume that you are. But I have 4 lovely kids, 2 sets of twins. Which is ironic because obviously, in the movies I got 1 set of twins, but these are not fraternal. These are identical twins. 2 boys, 2 girls, and we have a lot of fun. They're older now. They're older. They're having families of their own. My babies are having babies, but they're not babies. They're actually very mature adults. Your
grandfather, Darth Vader?
Well, yes, I don't like talking about my kids' business, but yeah, it was a big fun day. For me, it's always about grilling, it's about fishing. So we just did simple stuff. We went up to the lake. My wife has her family has a lake house, and so we all got together there. It's a once a year thing, and it's great to see the kids and everything. But I got to tell you, I've forgotten everything about being a parent. Being a dad has been tough. But anyway, whatever. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun.
Darth, do you have any pets?
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? I here's the thing. Everyone's into these NFTs. I was into the original NFTs, alpacas. I had an alpaca farm. I got sold a bill of goods on that. Get your own alpaca. You shore them up. You get you get a blanket or whatever. I had about 50 of those, and I'll tell you, it was very hard to maintain. The payoff was not as good as I wanted it to be. I thought it could be. So I'm not a pet. I like pets. I appreciate. I'm not like that weirdo I saw here who unpopular opinion. I don't think we should pets. It's more about, for me, the lifestyle. I'm going around. I'm going to cons. I'm on carnivals. I'm doing appearances at theme parks. I'm all over the place. To me, I feel like you got to be responsible to have a pet, and you got to be around. Honestly, you got to be around. I don't want one of those purse dogs. I'm not Paris Hilton.
Okay. Now, Darth, one person would like for you to say this word, repeat after me, pillow.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, do you want me to say it as Darth?
Yes.
Or, okay. All right. So it'll be like this. Pillow.
That's amazing.
There it is. Yeah.
You said it as your character. Now, what about as the actor? How do you say it?
Well, it depends. I'm always looking at different things. To me, the classic way, I think of saying it as pillow, but obviously, the American, the dirty American, way of it is saying like pillow, and pillow is the way that I think the Americans have bastardized it. But for me, it's always been about pillow. Pillow makes you understand really what it is to be on a comforter. Pillow,
it's an
pillow. Pillow, yeah, it's different, But anyone if they want to ask me any questions, I'm open. I'm an open book, and I am actually I am writing the definitive book. As you get older, you start to think about these things, and what you've accomplished, what you've learned, all that sort of stuff, and so it's a lot of fun. But yeah.
Darth, Smile Time says that you're looking wonderful. You haven't aged. They'd like to know what your skincare routine is.
Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of people say, well, you should use Windex. Well, no, I use Method. Method is healthier. It's better for the environment. The smell is a little bit nicer too. And I'm going to tell you, there's a brand. You can look this up. I believe it's called Wyman's, and it's a polishing soft towelette. And I use that, and I'll just get that up and get that all over the place. And that's how you see this. This honestly, like, you could still get a little bit of a glimmer on it. Look, for being an old man, you get a little glimmer on the face. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, to keep on, and look, I ain't gonna shy away from it. I ain't gonna shy away from my beauty routine. I got it. I got the oils. I got I got the cleaning cloths, the microfiber cloths. I got the whole thing, and I think at the end of the day too, of course, I'm going to jump in the back to tank. That's going to clean my body, but I'm also going to make sure that, when I get out of the back to tank, I'm going to sit here and give this as, I'll give it some love as well. It's a lot of fun.
Darth, we have one more question for you, and this comes from someone we'll visit shortly. This question is, where's the best bathroom on the Death Star?
Oh, that's great. Well, here's the thing. Not to be gross, but, the suit, a couple things, after the, for me, I was very wise early on to just cut that part of me out. Why, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with that? So we built it into the suit. So the best bathroom is right on me. But if you're gonna, if you're gonna say, what we like to do, and this is the fun of it all, is I think you see it in the first movie, but there's these pillars, these large pillars and handles around, and you go there, you look around, make sure no one's there, and you just pee down. And this is obviously a little bit easier for the fellas, but you pee down those holes, these tunnels that we don't even know where they go. And so basically, we always say, I say to a couple of the stormtroopers, I say, well, hey, if someone complains, then we'll stop. But we've been peeing down those long, pipey corridors. We're not seeing any lights go off. We're not hearing anyone complain. It's like pissing in the Grand. Oh, can I say pissing? Is this kind of a PG show? Okay, so it's like pissing in the Grand Canyon. I don't think it's making that much of a difference.
That's amazing. I have one last question.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Do you ever watch Star Trek?
Oh, I love this Strange New Worlds. My God. You know what? Let's get back to the basics, people.
Yes,
That's what I like. An Anson Mount. You talk about my skincare. Anson Mount. What an attractive guy. The hair, everything. Rebecca Romaine, fantastic. I'm not one of those. Star Wars, Star Trek. No, I love them both. I gotta say, I've been loving what Brave New World's doing. It feels like what we want from Star Trek. For me, that's I like it. I like the adventure of it, because I've been doing this for a long time, obviously, and sometimes I'll say, oh my God, another father-son story. Oh my God, everybody's a father and a son. Sometimes I just want to be like, hey, on Earth, they have this issue with everyone's freaking out about gun control, and then we go to a planet where everyone's got guns and everyone's killing people, and you go, oh, that's a morality play. We don't get the morality plays. We don't get the incisive kind of deconstruction of society through Star Wars. And that's no offense. Hey, you gotta have room for the popcorn, and you gotta have room for the London broil. The London broil comes first, and then you get the popcorn. So it all works together.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And like I said, I'm having a great time. I love getting here to talk to everybody on Twitch. I didn't even know I had Twitch. But I'm happy to be here. And I do want to say, honestly, I was watching a little bit of the show before, and fuck Chris Pratt.
Oh,
no, I'm sorry. I had to. So anyway, I gotta go. I gotta get back. Talk to you later. All right. Great to meet you. And tell Rob and
Paul.
Yeah, right. The guy from the Daily Show. I said hi.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Oh man, Darth Vader. It is a shame that Paul and Rob weren't here to see him, and it's also weird that he got the Paul goodbye. But you know what? with the exception of what he said at the end about Chris Pratt, pretty great, right? Really good get. Paul.
I'm so sorry. Did I miss the
You-
whole interview?
You missed the entire thing. I was floundering. But
Oh
that
my gosh,
guy
because
is-
you haven't seen a Star Wars.
What?
I mean, that was. I mean, I just
know
had to have
enough
my
about
kids.
it. I'm
Well, I hope he
passionate.
wasn't. I hope he was okay, because I mean, that was a big get. It was a hard to get his people, and
I mean, I'm really bummed out that you missed it. I think you would have loved it. He's a big Star Trek fan.
oh my gosh, he's talking about Brave New Worlds. I want to talk about that. Really great. It's really, really
Oh,
great. I can't
you're gonna
believe I missed Darth Vader.
No. You're gonna have to like play it back. I think you'll really enjoy it.
All right. Well, that's all right. Well, I'll watch it on the replay. This is great. Molly, if people haven't watched your show on the Twitch on Tuesday, you did a sleepover. You admitted your crush was Zelensky. Is that right?
Yes, President Zelensky.
I
what
love
a
that.
babe. The most he's a real life superhero. I think he's great. And
a real life actor too.
And
Somebody
a real
who
life actor.
He played the president on a TV show. I didn't know that until this week. Played the
blew my
president on a
mind.
TV show. Yeah. And also is the voice of Paddington in the dub movies of Paddington. That's also not a bit, not a joke. Zelensky is the voice of Paddington.
And he
in
won
the Amazing
Dancing
Paddington.
with the Stars. I mean, what can't this guy do? It was a little jarring to see my crush juxtaposed with Anna's crush, which was Ryan Gosling as Ken from the new Barbie movie. That was really fun to kind of flip between the two of them.
I would imagine there's a lot of things that they both share in common, but you know what? I honestly could see, here's the thing, Ryan Gosling running for office and kind of doing the same thing. I feel like Ryan Gosling would be a fine leader.
I think he'd get a lot of votes.
Yeah, I mean, there it is. Okay. I told you that we should do. We have other things to do, but let's do Pet Parade because we've talked about Pet Parade a lot. I'd love to bring some Pet Parade people into the mix. So
absolutely.
All right. So Molly, tell us what we got here. What do we got in store? Who do we have in Pet Parade tonight?
We have a bunch of amazing people with a variety of cats and dogs. I cannot wait. First up, we have Ballerina Birdie. There we go. Guys.
Whoa, Ballerina Birdie looking good. Let me get you. I feel like you deserve a bigger screen. I think we got to get people in the bigger. We get people in the bigger screen here. Let me see if this works.
I could do it.
I think I can do that. Or is it? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh wait, hold on.
We got two chefs in the kitchen.
All right, you do it.
You do it.
All right, let's see.
No, you hang up.
No, wait, damn it. Oh, let's see.
Okay.
Can I get it? Oh, yeah, perfect. All right, there we go. All right.
Okay, Birdie.
Let me see Ballerina Birdie. Birdie is dressed up for Pet Parade today. This is the Birdie's, if you're counting, 4th or 5th costume. I'm not counting.
Maybe about 5th or something.
Something. We saw the AFI. We've seen the Iron Man costume, which is the blouse. We've also seen the My Favorite Murder one, and there was one other one in there.
Her street dance hip hop wear, which is the denim vest, and I haven't even gotten into the many costumes that Paul has gotten Birdie over the years. Because
I tried. Sometimes I try. I saw some great costumes for Birdie, and I know Birdie's size, but it's hard to find that size because Birdie is a popular size for dogs to get dressed up.
She really is. I mean, we've got this is adorable. The pirate. That's from Uncle Paul, and when she
there it is, yeah, a little classic.
I'm just zipping through all of these. We got
but why don't you continue to surprise us? We'll go because we're gonna still have my videos that are coming up in a little bit. But let's see who else is there. Let's see who else is in the Pet Parade.
Let's start with Tom McWaters. Hey,
Tom McWaters, a musical genius. You are showing off your pet. What pet do you have?
I got Dingo here for you.
Hey, Dingo.
Right.
Dingo, want to say hello? Come here.
She's an Australian cattle dog.
Yep, this is
an Australian cattle dog. So talk to me about what an Australian cattle dog does.
They're very smart, but she does a trick.
She's super smart. She, doesn't do what she's told most of the time. But if she's got some food involved, or if she wants to talk, she will. So,
what kind of talking does this do? What
does she do?
Would she say, Dingo, sit, Come on. You're on TV.
You can do it, Dingo.
Always tricky to
Say
get
hello
them
to Paul.
perform.
Do you love Paul?
Hey, Dingo.
You love Paul?
Hey, Dingo. All right, I'm impressed though. I'm impressed by the.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Oh.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
You love Paul? You love Paul? Tell him. Oh,
Hey, that is a
Yay.
pet parade. Beautiful, beautiful pet parade. I
Molly?
love it.
Do you love Molly? Oh, good girl.
Oh, that was
Okay,
nice. Not
okay.
as enthusiastic, but you know what?
That's
Maybe
okay.
it's a Star Wars thing. Thank you, Tom. That was
Thank
a great pet. Dingo is the first official participant, because Birdie is, I would say, the grand marshal of the pet parade. So our first one, Dingo, a beautiful Dingo. We love Dingo. Who's next, Molly?
We got Jamie. Hi. What's your name in the Discord? Can you remind me of your name in the Discord?
Jamaica the Axolotl.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamaica the Axolotl. I don't even know what that means, but what do we got here?
This is Gizmo. She is 11 and a half years. I adopted her a year ago. She is a Mogwai / couch wallaby / corgi chihuahua mix.
Oh.
Whoa.
Who put up with me when I adopted her. The first week after I got her, I had a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie marathon, and she put up with me watching that. So I think she's pretty awesome.
All right, so that's amazing. But it seems like that would be the perfect way to bring a new dog into your house, which is like you are setting up on the couch for a long, long time. It's like, yeah, I'm 11. I can connect with this person. Couch time is good time. How long was that Jean-Claude, that JCVD marathon?
I mean, I think I watched almost every movie he's done. So
wow, what was the reason that you did that?
Pure curiosity. I decided when I was 18 between a career in public health or screenwriting, and I decided with public health, but I still follow screenwriting.
Sure.
Watched JCVD movies. I'm a child of the 80s and 90s.
I love it. So am I. What was the one that won out for you?
Hard Target.
That's the best, right? It's so good. All right, I agree.
I love Hard Target, and also I will say, Molly knows this. I also have a cat. The cat is not on screen right now. The cat is the boss of our house and has tricked the dog into being a minion. But both the cat and the dog know when it's time for couch time.
I love this. I want to ask one more question about JCVD, just because we're here and you are the expert. It's not just my memory, right? But that hockey one is pretty good too. Sudden Impact.
That hockey one is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, great. All right. That's all I wanted to make sure. And I love the way you describe your dog. Have you tested Gizmo out to make sure that they are all those things that you described, all those different types of breeds?
No, I have not yet. I've thought about doing that. I think she is some mix between Corgi and Chihuahua. I would say Bulldog too, because she has a stout little arm figure.
Sure, yeah. But be careful though. If you take your dog's DNA, they can be tried for any murders that they did commit. So you know, like that's how they got the Golden State Killer through dog saliva.
Yeah, I understand. I read true crime, and I'm also an epidemiologist, so I understand.
All right, so there we go. I love it. All right, well, I love meeting Gizmo. I love meeting you. Thank you so much, Molly. Who's next in?
Yes.
New outfit.
Oh no, same outfit.
Oh, same outfit.
Let's switch things up. Let's go to a kitty cat. Let's go to Yogurt Garo.
Yogurt Garo. Hey. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yogurt Garo?
Garrel.
Oh,
the L cut off.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, I love it.
Broad suit reference.
I love. And now, talk to me about this with this cat. Why do we like this cat so much?
Hi, guy.
Hi.
He literally got in the box as I was waiting to come on screen. His name when I adopted him from the Humane Society was Leonardo DiCaprio. Because he's in a fancy tuxedo. And I just kept it because it's a great name.
Oh man.
And now he's showing off.
Look at that guy.
Cat is the first one. Cat is the first one here to just perform right on cue. Like we get to see it. Oh, look at that. I wish my animal would play. Meatball does not play with any toy. And I want him to do it. All Meatball does is lick his paws. Oh.
He is obsessed with a spoon. A plastic spoon. It's his favorite toy.
Oh, wow. Now you're not nervous that spoon can break. I'm always nervous whenever my dog will break. Like we have a dog, a family, my sister-in-law's dog will eat everything and anything. And sometimes I'm like, I'm nervous. I'm like, if I leave a Lego out, this dog is going to be full of plastic. Although Meatball just ate a whole container of Pinkberry. We brought him into the vet to take care of him. And the doctor was like, it's fine. You can go home. I appreciated that before they pumped his stomach.
Yeah. It was his 10th birthday yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday. I love it. All right. Well, this is a strong entry into the competition. Thank you. Our first cat. I love it.
You.
I love the spoon. I love everything. I love this pet parade. Molly, who is next?
Yes. Okay, we're going to go. We saw one cat. Now we're going to go to 2 dogs. This is everybody's favorite, Meigs. Hey, Meigs.
What's up, Meigs?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. I've never used these headphones. So anyways, here is Pesto.
Yes.
Pesto.
Have we met Pesto before or no?
I can't remember.
I think we met her when she was a wee baby.
Maybe. Yeah. I think so. I mean, she's usually around, so.
I love
And then
Pesto.
here we have Noodles.
Whoa. Now, these are large dogs.
Yes.
What is it like to have 2 large dogs running around? Pesto and Noodles. Like, is it tricky for you or like, yeah, because I have a big dog, but he's slow. These dogs look like they got a lot of energy and they're ready to go.
So I grew up with always having at least 2 big Rhodesian Ridgebacks in the house.
Okay.
And so it's pretty normal for me to have big these are small dogs for what I grew up with.
Yeah, those Ridgebacks are
gentle.
Enormous. I used to live in an apartment building where a guy had one of those Ridgebacks, and my God,
I would not want a Ridgeback in an apartment. Our family had a couple acres for them to run around on, and anyway,
I gotta say, there's certain dogs too. I don't know if any of you noticed this, but there are dogs that freak me out because when I look at them, they're so big that I feel like they have human eyes. Right? I'm like, these are human eyes in this head. Like I need dog eyes, and sometimes when they're too big, they're looking at too much or seeing too much.
Right? Yeah. Sometimes when they look at me, I'm like, you're seeing right into my soul.
Yeah,
aren't you?
yeah. Oh my God, these are beautiful. That's Pesto, or is that Noodles right there?
This is Noodles right here,
Okay,
and then
got
Pesto
it.
is back here.
Pesto's chilling out. Pesto not fighting for that snack.
No, Pesto is like not food motivated at all.
Wow.
I'll see if I can show how gentle she is when she takes food, especially compared to Noodles. Want some?
Meigs, can you tell us about the blanket incident?
With my bed, you mean? When they tore up? Okay. So I came home from work. We started leaving them home from work last week with them being loose because we installed a dog door.
Yeah.
And so we've been letting them run in and out of the house, and they've been fine, just like kind of
love it.
Yeah, whatever. And then like, kind of making the house a little dirty, but nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And then left them home, came home, and I started seeing like little pieces of foam everywhere all over the house. And I was like, oh my God, that looks like our bed. And went in, and they had just literally just like ripped the sheet and pulled back the covers, ripped the sheet, and then started just like digging out chunks of our mattress topper. So luckily it was just the topper, and it wasn't the whole mattress. But yeah, it's right in the middle. And what we ended up doing is just like putting a bunch of the chunks back on and putting a sheet over it, and we can't even tell because it's right in the middle. So it's like right. I was like, you know what? It's not like where our shoulders are or something.
No,
so we
that's
can't even tell right now. Eventually, when we feel like spending another $200, we'll get one. We'll get another one, but
yeah, you could get that later. That is. I mean, those mattress toppers are expensive. It's so crazy. These dogs cost you so much money in so many different ways. Yes. Our dog, we had for Father's Day. June was like, "What do you want to eat?" And I was so bored of we always kind of like when we have people over the house, we always kind of like go to the same thing. It's like Italian or like we order in like a little special treat. And I was like, you know what, we should do Indian food. And it was really fun to do Indian food. And my dog got a piece of that Indian food. I don't know what he got. And the puke that came out of him was so intense. And it was like, our dog will find the whitest carpet or the thing that you have to that it gets any moisture, it will be destroyed. Like our dog will basically puked on our white carpet and June's computer at the same time. Got them both.
Oh, well, if it makes you feel better, I took my dogs into work today. I take them in pretty regularly because I'm able to do that. And Noodles puked on my boss's carpet, and then both dogs have peed on my boss and the owner of the company on his carpet as well. So, but they're all love dogs. They're like, they're just puppies. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yes, they are. And so, you know, it is
All right,
what
I'll
it is.
take it. Well, Meeks, it was so great to see Pesto older, and great to see Noodles. Great dog entries. Molly, what do we got next?
That's it. That's it.
That's the pet parade.
That's
oh my
our pet
gosh.
parade.
Oh, I want to say thank you to Dingo. I want to say thank you to Gizmo. I want to say thank you to Yogurt. I want to say thank you to Noodles and Pesto. What great people. I love our Discord. The conversations of Discord are doing so good. I love our Discord so much. Thank you for being there. I know that I'm in and out, but I try to be there as much as I can. I'm always reading, checking in with stuff. But this is a great pet parade. And Molly,
Special
I think
delivery.
that's the one. That was the one that I was most excited about that I had gotten you, which is the Target outfit. Yeah, that is a pretty good one.
It's very cute when she runs around in it. She has a little Target hat. I don't know where that is. But
sometimes you can't always find it. But I'm gonna now get my DVD player ready to go.
Okay.
And I've put in Paul's Video Mondo. I have not watched Paul's Video Mondo in a long time. There are 54 scenes, right? I don't know what the 54 scenes are. I'm looking around to see. There's one that looks pretty animated. I'm just gonna take a little peek here. Okay, there's a lot of me chatting it up with my dad, I think. My old girlfriend is in this. We're at an amusement park. Okay. Got some teachers from school. All right. Oh, I love this. Home movies with Paul Scheer. I love this logo. Okay. All right. Let's start it off with I don't want to embarrass the 6th grade girlfriend right out of the gate. I'd rather do me. All right. Oh boy, this is upsetting. I can't even. Oh, I'm getting nervous, Molly. I'm getting nervous to even show it because I'm looking
You can do this, Paul.
All right.
We got to think Button
I feel like a lot of these, Molly, are with guns. I'm realizing it right now as I'm seeing the little clips.
Well,
a lot of these.
If everyone promises to 1, remember it's a different time. 2, no one tell anyone that you saw this. And 3, no clipping.
No clipping. I may clip it myself, but we'll see. I don't know. All right. I'm going to. Oh, boy. All right. Home movies. Here we go, Molly. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm getting nervous already. Oh God! Boy. All right, here we go.
Paul, do you need me to be here to say it's okay?
No, no. You can pop on if you have something you want that you feel like you need to share. But I'm gonna deal with this. I'm gonna take it on my own here. I'm gonna add myself to the stream. All right, let's watch this one. Here we go.
All right, put up your hands. Put them up.
Can you hear it?
I only have one arm.
Okay, hold on one second. Here we go. Hold on. I'm gonna start this over at the top here. The volume is up. Okay, hold on. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me get back to. Oh boy. Okay. Let me get back to the DVD menu. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go.
All right, put up your hands. Put them up. Put them up. I only have one arm. Put them up. Put them up. Put them up. No. Yes. Oh, blow you away. I'm gonna blow them away. I swear. I'm gonna blow them all away.
My dad is filming this. Me running around with a gun.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
just about him.
And that's me doing some voices. I look like an insane person.
Anything to get me set off really makes me mad.
I'm doing multiple voices. I have a limp.
This is the most only child thing I've ever seen.
The fact that my dad is taping it and not saying anything, and I'm just playing by myself, is tricky. Oh my gosh! All right. Let me see
It's not a real gun, though, right?
No, God, no! It's not a real gun. It is a cap gun. A cap gun.
It's interesting to see you do different characters and space work, early space work.
Molly, I know that you read that story in the book where I talk about me doing something. So you get to see a first-hand. It's not making it up.
It's eerie to see it IRL.
Yeah, act it out. All right, so this is, let's see. All right, this is, let's see. I'll show you my 6th grade girlfriend if I have a good thing here. All this stuff makes me too uncomfortable. Maybe I shouldn't show anybody else. I shouldn't show anybody else because I can't like be. I don't want to like take on the fact that should I show anybody else? No.
Do you want to do a little preview do you want to scrub through?
Yeah, I'm looking through and saying, okay, well, because here is I got a lot of girlfriend.
We can always edit it out. Like,
let's see,
like a blurry face on her.
This is another one here. I'll put me back with the cap gun. A lot of cap gun work. Here we go. Now I'm dead. I'm dead. And I got my gun out again. Waving that gun around. Oh, just got shot. Got shot, went back down. My dad is taping it, silently taping me my own death scene right here. Okay.
Miami Vice 3, Beverly Hills Cops 2.
People say they can't hear anything. No one can you. No one can hear anything. Can no one? People can hear. Okay, great. It's low. Yeah, it's low. The video. All right, let's see. This is there's me with the gun still. More gun work.
Hello, Sean Penn. This is God. You stand right in front of the camera.
Oh boy, my accent is okay. This is. I gotta take a break. Oh my gosh, this is always nerve-wracking to watch.
You're a braver man than I, Paul.
I mean, is there any like you know what? Maybe because we're here, and it's I have something safer to show. Not so much gun work, although this one with Dick Tracy has some guns in there too. Okay, how about this?
Paul, your physicality is so incredibly Paul, even as
I know, it's
a young
still the same.
It's wild, like just even like your hand movements. It's very.
I mean, yeah, it's not changed. Maybe that says nothing about me. But all right, so this is people like the fake news. I got tons of these. I got tons of these DVDs. I'll search around, but this is the one that I think you will like because it looks very. I mean, look, a lot of them were just shot by my, alone in a room. All right, so here we go. This is, all right, this is this. All right, hold on here. I'm going to get this ready to go. All right. So this is me interacting on the Starship Enterprise. Okay, hold on. Oh, and the accent is out and ready to go. All right. I hope this is loud enough for you. And here we are. My dad is dressed as a Vulcan. Or I'll give myself a moment here. Okay, so what you're about to see is at Universal Studios, you could pay about $40 to put on the costumes of Star Trek, get on the bridge, and then act out a scene that was given to you. And they would insert you in a movie scene with the entire cast, the original cast, William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy. They kind of give you this briefing before the thing starts. They're like, hey, we're not going to get dressed up in costume, but you're going to play our roles and you get to work with the original cast. This is my dad and I. And I am playing Kirk and my dad is playing Spock. And here we go. All right. Oh, let's get it bigger. There we go.
Here, and I'm pleased.
All right. Here we go.
Training mission.
Okay.
Price.
Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a little.
You are expected on the bridge.
Hold on. Here we go. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Now that our new captain and his fellow graduates are on the bridge, I can feel my nervous stomach acting up. I
have to keep reminding myself that this is only a training mission.
I am Captain Paul Scheer, and I'm pleased to be your commander.
I am Science Officer Bill Scheer, reporting for duty.
That's what we need.
This is actually on my acting reel that I still put out. So we take off on the Enterprise, and it was not improv. This was scripted.
Mr. Sulu, warp factor 1.
Captain.
Worked with all the greats. Classic Trek. I'm a great captain. And then this is maybe how I got. People think this is how I got the role in Lower Decks.
There is a vessel approaching.
Here we go.
It's a Federation ship.
Sir, they're not responding to our communications.
They either can't or won't, Captain.
You can see all the acne on my face.
Very insightful.
And here we go. I think I got some good swagger as a captain. And these are clearly the Klingons on the same exact ship.
Found that ship. I can feel it. Enterprise targeted, sir. Prepare to fight.
And here we go. I mean, I would pay to do this right now. I'm thrilled to be here. Here we go.
She's raising shields. Gotta lock your faces, sir.
Sulu, raise shields quickly.
Fire!
There it is. Yes. Oh, we get to do some acting. Oh. Oh. Look at this.
Scotty, damage report.
You right well to hit us, Captain.
Pretty good.
We're dead in the water. Greetings, Enterprise.
I am down with this one because there's at least some level of professionalism here. That's it, everybody. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. Watch the show live every Thursday, 5 to 7 Pacific time on Twitch at twitch.tv/friendzone. And you don't need a Twitch account or anything. It's just like YouTube, just like what you're doing right here. Just watch it live. And if you don't want to do that, just watch it here. Like, subscribe, do all the things you want to do, and come see How Did This Get Made out on tour. We'll be out on tour from August 12th to the 19th. Go to hdtgm.com for tickets and information.